just some little background. We were looking at,
You mind if I record?
no, everything's, yeah. We were looking at, crime and particularly crime associated, violent crimes associated with youth. And as you know, we have a lot of gun violence. And that gun violence is, majority of the time, is in the hands of younger people. They are not necessarily children or teenagers. They could be young adults, but they're younger people. And so as we were looking at how do we address crime, and particularly violent crime, we wanted to do it in a holistic way. So to that end, we used a consent decree with the Department of Justice as like a roadmap or a document that would allow us to do a holistic reform in the Division of Police, and rather than doing just one thing here, one thing there, one thing here, and then it's not be sustainable because this is out there by itself. We believe that taking the consent decree and making it a true reform, holistic reform, will go a long ways in helping us to do the things we have to do in terms of improving relationship between the police and community. So that's one. If we follow just a consent decree, that in and of itself would not reduce crime, because that's more about the relationship between the police and the community. And the theory is that with that better relationship, you have better results in crime reduction. But if that does happen, that's a long way down the road, because so we knew we had to do some things immediately too. And one of the things we knew we had to do was to increase the number of police officers that were out on the street. And so with that, we've had, I forget how many, we can get you the numbers of the number of academies that we put on over the last 2 to 3 years. Right now we have 2 academies, I believe, going on at the same time. We plan to do 4 academies that will this year, to start 4. And I don't know if we started 1 or 2 already or what, but anyway, our goal is to have more police officers come on than retire, so we can have a net gain in the number of police officers. And then, based on the chief's direction, to deploy them in a crime reduction strategy. And when we use crime reduction, we will automatically pick up some of the things that we're obligated to do under the consent decree. Or if we just do consent decree, it does not translate into crime reduction. So this is, so on the deployment plan and using the consent decree along with that deployment plan for crime reduction, then what you see us being able to reduce crime. We have more police officers, give them more technology, do the body cameras, have better training in crisis intervention, constitutional policing, bias-free policing, use of force, all these kinds of things. And it's a holistic way. Again, we're improving relationships at the same time giving the police the tools that they need and the manpower they need.